Braid here. Welcome back to my channel. And if it looks like we left off, it's because we did. So if you didn't know, this is part 2 to our, I don't know what I'm going to name this story time yet, but our trip from freaking hell. Girls trip from hell. Girls trip from hell. So this is part 2. We are still braiding. When we left off, we had told you guys that we had came home and we asked, who was her name? Boring. Start the chicken. And so that's where we left off at. So we are now home. The chicken has been done and this is lingerie night. So everybody was supposed to wear.
Oh wait, but lingerie was a thing too in the beginning. Sorry. Remember they had an issue about why did we all have to wear lingerie? Because a lot of them didn't feel comfortable.
And I was like, we're all women. I think everyone there had kids. Mm-hmm. I was like, except for Youngin. Yeah. I was like, we all have like insecurities with our bodies. You know, this is supposed to be the time to like
embrace yourself. Yeah, like, you know, feel sexy for yourself.
Right. Know? So this was lingerie night, and lingerie night was my idea. I will not hold you guys. It was my idea, but I thought it would be cute for the aesthetics, the backdrop, just all that good stuff. So let me just say, at this point, Drama is like not even on the trip anymore. She's like checked out. She's in the basement the whole time. I think she was like on some can't beat 'em, join 'em type thing, but she really didn't want to join us. So she just like kind of went downstairs. I don't know if she didn't feel good. I don't know. But she was in the basement. So she was the first person in her lingerie. And it's funny because I have the lingerie set they wore. It's like a silk robe, shorts, and a lace top. But I purposely did not wear that one. Just because I got a sexier one. But I'll include some pictures of me and my cousin in our lingerie. I'll include some pictures. So we are, because they got me on their page in my lingerie. We are having lingerie night. Drama's the first one ready, so she's upstairs. So by the time all the other girls get ready, she went back downstairs and went to sleep. So all the girls are there. I think we were supposed to play games that night. Bernie was actually turned out to be cool. Bernie's the one that was interrogating me. But Bernie had made everybody drinks, like in a bucket.
Oh, yeah.
And Drama did have her a bucket of alcohol.
Did she?
She did. You don't remember when I was like, she's drinking that bucket? But
oh, yeah, because it was, Youngin wasn't drinking.
Yeah, Youngin did not drink. Youngin had just turned 20.
Yeah.
So she,
but what we've seen, she did not drink and she did not eat any brownies.
Right. So she's just been chilling, but she's naturally a good vibe.
Yeah, she was cool.
So Youngin basically had we all had drinks, so we're all like turned. I done had 2 buckets, y'all. But this was also a night that Drama had decided we do a
smash the plate.
Right. Yep. A smash the plate, and you were supposed to put, what were you supposed to write on it?
You're supposed to write like all the things you wanted to let go. I believe, like something along that nature.
And then smash it.
And then smash it. So
that night, she sleep, you know. But before that, you know, Drama sleep. We're all vibing for real. My cousin was the Dr. Phil of this night because she was like empowering these girls. I was too drunk, y'all. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I was in the corner texting people. Like,
I was taking all their pictures, giving them angles.
I was minding my dang on business. I was wardrobe. Yep, she was getting really good pictures of all the girls. It started with getting pictures of me. I took my pictures first, and then she took her pictures, and she was taking pictures of all the other girls. And I was minding my business in the corner. And Drama was asleep. Chill was like, you know, the house was, it was kind of quiet, but people were like participating. Yeah. And then they decided to do the break the plate. So this night we also tried to do a bonfire. That didn't work. And Youngin wanted to like turn up. She wanted us to like get a little crump. But the speakers weren't working, so we couldn't play the music loud. And What else? Like, no, it was really cold, so nobody wanted to get in the jacuzzi. And then, like, we couldn't get the fire started because they had brought all this. Oh, yeah, the group of 5 brought all this firewood, but we couldn't get the fire started, so it didn't matter. Yeah, so we're all sitting there, and they started to do the break the plate. So they're at the table. Was Youngin at the table with y'all, or was she sitting with me?
Youngin was with us. We were all at the table, but drama, and this was her idea.
Right.
I was a little annoyed by that.
And me and Chill were
so everyone participated. Yeah,
we weren't like the table was right near the couch. Though. Yeah, we were just like off.
Yeah, so we were sitting on the couch, and I feel like Youngin was next to me because we started talking about school and stuff.
Okay, so what happened was they were like, "All right, we might as well do the plate thing now." So they said, I was like, I'm not cleaning all them glass pieces up. So we decided to bust them in
like a box.
Yeah, box. So as we're doing the plate thing, you write your things down and then whatever. So they decide to write their stuff down and then say it out loud. I didn't know we were going to do that. So I don't know who started. Do you remember who started? Was it Bernie?
I don't know who started.
Now, I'm going to let...
But it went well. Like, everyone shared, you know, we all, like, talked about each and everyone's things that they wanted to let go. Like, it was real nice. You know,
yeah. Talk from this standpoint because, like I said, y'all, I kind of checked out. I knew what was going on. But she was actually at the table talking to everyone. So she can give her point of view on...
Okay, so, like I said, the breaking the glass overall, it was very nice. Like, everyone shared, everybody talked, you know, nobody was afraid to hold back. But, freaking drama. So, at the end of it, everyone shared, you know, here she comes up. And I'm like, all right, since this was your game, you know, how about you tell us some things you want to let go. She's like, well, I'm not going to write it all out. And I'm like, well, you don't have to, you know, just tell us. And then she goes, well, I'm sure you heard enough about me. I'm like, what are you talking about? She was like, you guys all are talking. I'm like, yeah, we're talking about ourselves. So basically she was insinuating that, like, she knows people were talking about her. But I'm like, I'm not going to give you that satisfaction. So yeah, we were talking about ourselves.
Yeah, but she came upstairs with the attitude. Yeah. She came upstairs. I was one of the last people to go. And she came upstairs while I was up there. But I must say, while we were doing these plate things, somehow it came up again.
But wait, hold on. So then after that, after I said that, yeah, we were talking about ourselves, like nothing was said about her. Then she goes, well, you know, like, I don't know if she said exactly what she wanted to let go, but she kind of like changed her tone after that and calmed down. But yeah, then it went back to you and your situation.
Yeah, but I feel like she wasn't even up there the first time. No.
She came up at the very end.
Upstairs. Remember she brought it up and you were like, no, she doesn't need to stay with.
Yeah.
Like, for some reason, she was stuck.
I think it was, when you started, that's how it started. When you started talking, you had inserted, because I don't feel like, you had said something like, you don't need to be with your BD, and then that's how that happened.
Yeah. I think I was saying something about all men, like, I just don't want to be in a relationship right now or something. And, yeah, she was like, you really need to give him another chance. I'm like, you don't even know this man. Right? Like, he's been beating me up. You don't know. He wasn't, but he could have been. Like,
right.
So that was like a little annoying. She was getting on my nerves with that. Also, what we didn't touch on, prior to us starting these games, when we were eating the chicken, first and foremost, this chicken was a little naked. But when we were eating the chicken, I had said some finesse situations, you know, like most people. Everybody's finessed somebody in their life. And I was like, we were talking about that. And then we were talking about, like, the whole thing of, like, me not wanting to be in a relationship. And they were like, oh, you and Drama are just alike. Like, y'all do the same things. Y'all treat men the same way.
Drama didn't like that.
And Drama didn't like it. That's when she went downstairs to go to bed. But remember, we had this conversation about me saying, like, oh, yeah, if I want a guy, I go after him, I get him type thing. Mm-hmm. But it didn't have any relation to, you know, they don't know me. I'm just saying, like, oh, you know, right now, I don't want to be in a relationship. Remember that. I gotta grab some more here. So you said Drama comes upstairs. So she doesn't break up. She didn't break up late, did she?
Didn't.
Okay, so she didn't participate at all, y'all. So at this point, it's like 5 in the morning, 4 in the morning. So we're getting ready to go to sleep, and the house again is a mess. And we leave the next day. But guess who wasn't cleaning it that night? Because these girls was like, you know, like the little plastic bags, like the grocery store bags. Sorry, it's my goddaughter. The grocery store bags, they threw the chicken bones on top of them. Like, there was garbage everywhere.
Garbage spilling out the bag. So, like, instead of putting the garbage in the bag or getting a new bag.
They weren't spilling out. The bags weren't even full.
Yeah.
They were just, like, sitting. If she's the bag, they were just sitting up there. Like, here you go. Okay, so, yeah, the trash was everywhere, y'all. It was cups. It was, like, stuff everywhere. And I think we attempted to clean up a little bit, but I just was like, I'm not doing this again tonight.
I was trying.
Like, I think we tore down some of, like, the decorations, and I packed up our stuff, and I was like, this is just too much. Like, I wasn't touching nobody chewed on chicken bones. It's COVID, okay? I ain't touching nobody chicken bones. So, I didn't do that. But they did surely go to sleep, and it was like 4 o'clock, and we noticed Youngin went downstairs. So, me and my cousin, we have a private room. So, we just went in our room. We talked for a little. We went to sleep. We had our own little, like, side conversation about whatever's going on in our life. So, the next morning, I feel like my cousin hasn't talked much. So, make sure you give them details, girl. Tell them about the next morning. Because you were up before me anyway.
Yeah, so next morning, we get up. And this is where we have to leave. Okay, so we're up. Most of us are cleaning. We're trying to strip the beds, you know, it's the Airbnb.
Oh, yeah, because they didn't know that we had to have a cleanup procedure. I showed them the list, you know, when you go to the Airbnb.
So we had to do cleaning up. And then like, before all that, we hear commotion, like, why did you do this?
No.
Yeah.
When you were in the room with me, remember I tapped you, because I was still getting dressed while they were cleaning. And I was like, cousin, you hear that?
Yeah.
And she was doing her makeup, and that's where the commotion. Did you hear that part though, when she was like,
I heard
the demons?
Yeah, I heard her saying stuff, but I couldn't really make out what she was saying. Then when I came out the room, I saw her standing by the door, like, why did you do this? Okay, so what she was saying was, she was like, the evil eye, the demons, they're after me, and this is while they were in the basement. And she was coming up the stairs, and she was like, come talk to me. She's talking to her Aunt Drama. Mm-hmm. Talk to me right now. Come talk to me. And Drama's like ignoring her. And she's like, what did you do to me? Or why would they do this? But I thought somebody had died. The way that she was talking, I thought somebody in their family, something tragic had happened. Because she's like on the verge of tears. And she's like, come outside and talk to me. And I'm just so confused. So my cousin goes out into the living room. Yeah, so like, I'm taking out the trash. I see her walking. Like, so she's walking down, and then she just it.
Wait, no, you skipped the part. They sent her downstairs.
No, they were already outside. Because they was like, yeah.
No, before that, when Drama came upstairs and was talking to her. I mean, when Youngin came upstairs and was talking to Drama, and we were in the room, Drama was like, you need to go lay down. She was like, go lay down. And then everybody was like, what's wrong with her? Mm-hmm. And it was like, she's tripping on a brownie. She's never had one. So everybody's like, she's tripping on a brownie. But they're like, she needs to drink water. She ain't been eating. Like, everybody's speculating. And Drama just sent her in the basement to go back to sleep. But then that's when you seen her.
But she never did. So she was outside, and they told her to go take a walk. So she starts walking. The next thing you know, she books it. And I'm like, yo, she's running. So they try to run after her. Someone gets in the car, goes after her. Next thing you know, she's missing. Like, we can't find her at all.
Yeah, no, they came back to the house, remember?
Mm-hmm.
They came back to the house, and they were like, we were still cleaning up, because they left in the middle of us cleaning up.
Yeah.
So when them 4 left looking for her, we're like, okay, that's her.
So that's when I came back up and told y'all that she ran, and they went looking for her. So then we hurry up, finish, locked down the house, and then that's when we started looking too.
No, they came back, remember? And we were like, did you find us? And
because that's when we started locking down the house.
Yeah, we were locking up the house. We were about to leave, and we were like, okay, let's go find them. Yeah, we had a flight to catch. So I was like, let's go find them and see if they found her. Mm-hmm. And she was like, they pulled up, and I was like, did y'all find her? And the aunt gets out the car and goes, no. And I was like, y'all are joking. And she's like, does it look like I would be joking? I let it slide because I was like, she's going through something. But I was like, I mean, how did y'all not find her? Like, how far could she have gotten on foot? And I was like, maybe we all need to go. So we all got in the car, and we all got in separate cars. So it's 3 cars looking for her. And we get all the way to the bottom of, like, the mountain or to the middle of the mountain.
I'm like, there's no way she came down this far. I'm like, we got to go back up and get on foot because
she's in the woods.
She's in the woods.
Like, she's not where you can walk. So, I mean, where you can drive. So we have to walk after her. So we go park back up there. She's not back at the house. So, yeah, she's missing at this point. At this point, it's been about 45 minutes since she's ran. So, I'm like, can y'all just call cops? Like, at this point, I'm like, we're in the middle of the woods with a bunch of, like, vanilla people around us. There might be some people out here that don't like our kind.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm thinking about. I'm like, yo, it's going on an hour now. She could be in somebody's basement.
Right. There's nothing but cabins.
She's gone too long. She was gone for a long time.
I was like, she could be in somebody's basement. She could have fell off of one of these cliffs.
Yeah. And plus, she was already flipping out. She had something.
Right. So, we're looking. Everybody's looking.
We got neighbors looking. Freaking search these buggies looking.
Because when we drove down the first time, we seen this, like, the neighbors outside. They weren't even neighbors. They were like 5 minutes away from our cabin.
Yeah, they're looking, and we're asking if they seen a girl. They're like, no, we're looking.
Yeah, we heard the other car already asked. Their kids are outside playing, so everybody's looking. And I have video of us searching the woods. I'll insert it. So neighbors are outside with their kids. And like I said, they're not neighbors. They're like down the road. And I'm like, y'all need to call the cops. Brownie's like, we can't call the cops because we got THC brownies and we're going to get in trouble. And I was like, at that point, that doesn't matter. Like,
somebody's missing.
Somebody's missing, and she's small. She's like very thin, frail built. And she's young. And I'm like, she didn't have her phone. She left her phone in the house. So it's like we had no way of contacting her. It's been almost an hour. I'm on some first 48. We need to call the cops. Like,
but wait. So before we even get out the car to start looking for her, or in the midst of it, I can't really tell you. But who was it? That was Boring's van?
No, it was Boring's van.
So we drive up to Boring's van,
and the Jeep was Youngins.
Yeah, Jeep was Youngins, not realizing that.
Wait, no, we didn't get there yet.
Was this? Oh, this was all after. You're right. Never mind. I'm sorry.
We didn't get there yet.
Sorry.
We were on foot looking, so we decide they all came up the hill, right? No. Before we went on foot, there was a cutway because this is a bunch of mountains. Yeah. So there was a cutway, and we're like, hey, we didn't look down here. So we go down there, and as we're driving down there, we see the van and we see a Jeep. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe they found her because they were stopped. They weren't looking anymore. It seemed like they were just stopped talking to somebody. So I was like, did y'all find her? And then Bernie comes up to my car, or to Chill's car, and she's like, no, we didn't find her. But she had an attitude. Yeah. So I'm just thinking she had an attitude because they didn't find her. So we're just like, okay, well, we're going to turn around and go up on foot. She goes, you didn't even realize our car is over the cliff.
Yo!
What?
The car wasn't like this.
Yes. Like, the van was like, thank God nobody got hurt. Yeah. But the van was like this on the cliff. Let me demonstrate for y'all.
Like, yeah, it was like one tire was hanging off.
Right. And the car, like, any wrong move, that car was sliding back into the person's cabin.
Yeah, so I'm thinking she tried to, like, do a U-turn or, like, turn around, like, back up and turn around, but she backed up too far and went off the cliff. So then we had to wait for a tow truck for that.
Right. So they're basically, they can't leave their car. So they're commission down. Now we only got 2 cars. Mm-hmm. So the aunt drives the Jeep. Drama drives the Jeep back up to the cabin, and I don't remember if she got out on foot. No, she stayed in the Jeep. She never got out on foot. And she was, like, upset, but it didn't seem like she really cared too much. She wasn't. Like, so we're all looking. We're screaming, Youngin! Youngin! We're, like, looking for her everywhere. And we were looking for another 20, 30 minutes. We're in the...
Yeah, she was missing for going on 2 hours.
Yeah, we're in the thing. We're like, we're just have to change our flight. Like, we're going to miss it because we still got to drive 2 hours back. Mm-hmm. And we can't find this little girl.
And we weren't going to leave knowing that she was out there.
Right. And the girl, Brownie... No shade, no tea. She was like, leave them. They'll find her. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, we can't leave nobody missing.
Yeah, like, that's not cool.
Yeah, like, in the middle of the woods. Like, we all came together. We all leave together. That's one thing about me and my cousin. So, we were like, fuck it. We'll miss our flight. We'll figure it out. But we're not. And I think that made her not like us even more because it was like, damn, they're not even like... Listen, so we're
on foot looking. And then we...
She went ahead of me. I'm behind.
So Bernie saw her first. So they were like, oh, we found her. So I'm screaming up to them because we're like all in different parts. I'm like, oh, they found her. She's over here. So I'm running to her.
Tell them what it was, though. What that area looked like. Explain it for them.
So it was like a field. But it was like, there was this big old field, but there was woods like around it. And here she is coming out the woods onto the field. Booty butt naked.
Right. Butterball naked.
Booty butt naked. She butt out, titties out, everything out.
Was she bleeding at that?
She was bleeding up. She had scrapes on her face, on her legs. She had scrapes everywhere, but she just...
I literally bust out crying.
Yeah.
I bust out crying.
So I
have a heart, dog.
So the first thing I did was just grab her because she was just running. And I'm like, I just grabbed her, holding her. I'm like, okay. She was... Oh, what was she saying? She was like, she was saying, what is your name?
She was like, I know your name.
Oh, I know your name. She kept saying, I know your name.
El Jefe.
Yeah, she kept saying that. And I'm like, oh my God. I don't know what's going on. So
we're so freaking confused.
Yeah, so she kept saying, I know your name. And then she was like, it's okay. She started saying like some other stuff.
She was like, basically, it seemed like she was talking in tongues. I'm not even going to hold y'all. Like, it seemed like she was in another world. It was very scary to watch. For us...
She almost seemed possessed.
Yeah, she definitely seemed possessed. And for us... And she was saying a lot of, like, things that referred to hell and heaven. And I was sitting in the car. I wasn't even out the car. My cousin was. Because I was driving. So I had drove the car down there. I'm sitting in the car... And I'm crying because my first question was she raped?
Yeah, because no clothes on.
Yeah, she was butt naked. So I was like... And when I said, like, no panties, no bra, no shoes, no socks.
Nothing.
And she left the house fully dressed.
She had a jacket on, a hoodie on, pants, shoes, socks.
Fully dressed.
Fully dressed.
And I was like, was she raped? And everybody's like, no, she wasn't raped. She wasn't raped. Because that, she's crying, she's screaming stuff. Like, and the aunt, Drama, tries to console her or grab her. And she, like, fighting the aunt. She's like, get off of me. What did you give me? What did you do to me? Like, so we're finding that very, very odd because we're like, why is she like flipping out on her people? It's like her family member, like blood aunt. And they tried to put her in the Jeep.
Yep.
And they got her in the Jeep, but remind you, we still got a van over the cliff, y'all. Mm-hmm. So we're trying to get her in a Jeep, but Bernie and them go back to their van to see like if the tow truck has came yet. And as they're in there, Drama and Youngin are in the Jeep. And just next thing you see, just them two. Next thing you see is Youngin coming out of the window. Yeah. The passenger side window. She's like
climbing out.
Yeah, but half her body was out the door.
Yeah.
Like the door was cracked open and she had a leg out the door and the rest of her body out the window. It was very, very odd. And you see
Drama trying to grab her.
And the next thing you see is a wig fall off.
Come on. And then Youngin.
Yes. She's dipping. And it's not
but she really
funny.
But at the time it wasn't. But think about it now, it is. Because like she just started booking it back into the woods. Like
back into the woods. Like whatever was in the woods. And I was like, what is she on? Because whatever it is, it's like
it's bringing this wood thing out. And it's crazy because
I was like, it's trying to make her want to kill herself.
During the trip, we were talking about, like, I think in the beginning, we were seeing how it was creepy out there. And she was like, yeah, that she'd be watching Naked and Afraid.
The night before, when we were trying to make the fire.
Yep, so I don't think whatever she took, alright, just triggered that thought, and she's thinking, I'm in Naked and Afraid. It's like, I gotta get naked, I gotta start running around this.
Yeah, because that's the thing. When they took her in the car, they put another outfit on her.
Yeah,
they had redressed her. And she didn't get that outfit off, but she didn't have shoes on still.
Yeah.
And her wig had flew off at this point because Drama tried to keep her in the car.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm feeling for Drama at this point because I'm like, damn, she's with child. This is a lot.
That's
like,
a lot. Yeah.
So I console her because, like I said, I do have a heart. So I was like, you know, I'm sorry you're going through this, and plus this is like your niece, like. So I'm like, you know, I'm sorry this is happening. You know, we're supposed to be leaving or whatever. She's running into the woods. Now some lady, I don't know who this lady was. Yeah, like she might be like a groundskeeper.
Yeah.
She came and she's on a golf cart and she's like, somebody get in the golf cart with me. We're going to take the back way into the woods. I guess she, you know, she knew her way around.
Because she ran in there and the second time she ran back in there, she like fell on her face.
Yeah. I didn't see, well, when
she ran in there, and then she was like, running. And the next thing you know, she went, bloop, fell down, and then started tumbling. And then they sat on her.
And they were chasing her, but they weren't giving it, the aunt, I feel like, wasn't.
Bernie was trying to, you know, calm her down.
Yeah, but Drama, in my opinion, her aunt was like over it, one.
Yeah.
And two, like, so she was acting annoyed. Put your head up, please. She was acting annoyed, but she was also, like, not doing all she could do, in my opinion. Like, if that was my child and my sister, I would have wanted my sister to do more.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, she runs into the woods. So the the vanilla lady is like, oh, follow me, or ride in here with me. They sat on her. They get her back out the woods. The golf cart lady comes back with Bernie on it. Who sat on her? Because Bernie was with the golf cart lady.
One of them did. I don't know.
It must have been Chicken and...
It wasn't boring.
Yeah, it must have been... It wasn't boring. It must have been Chicken and Drama that sat on her. Mm-hmm. So then they're like bringing her back out the woods and her shirt's all down. Her boobs are exposed. And the vanilla lady on the golf cart goes, put her shirt on. Sit her little butt in here. We're taking y'all back up to the cabin because at this point, she's now leaking from her forehead.
Yeah, her face is busted open.
Yeah, she's leaking. So she needs, like,
medical attention.
So we're like, all right. They don't realize we checked out of the cabin.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, we could still get back in and, like, clean her up and just pay the overage fee or whatever. So we're driving back up there. And I guess the lady had a change of heart when she got Youngin in the golf cart with Bernie. They get to the top. Before I could even turn our car around and get to the top, they're back. And she's like, she needs to go in one of y'all cars. The vanilla lady's like, put her in one of y'all cars.
No, she was like, I didn't realize you guys checked out. She did.
Yeah, she was like, I didn't realize. And I was like, well, we could check back in. And she was like, put her in one of y'all cars. Well, come to find out after the trip, but during this time, the lady had told Bernie, I should call the cops on y'all because she's high. Basically, she realized that Youngin was high on something, and she was going to call the cops on us. And I was like, see, this is embarrassing because we were definitely not in an area that was of our people. Right. And it was embarrassing.
Living up to the stigma and, you know.
So we did get her in the car and they did get their car off the cliff. I don't know if it cost them money. I've never spoken to these girls again. I've spoken to Chill, but I never spoke to none of the other girls a day again in my life. But after the trip, it was still drama, you know.
Oh, yeah, it was still drama.
After the trip, they had told Chill that they didn't like me. And Chill was like, why? And they told Chill they didn't like... Okay, so... our other recording device died, so now we're going to be working with this. But as I was saying, yeah, after that, we got the car off the road, but there was drama after the trip. The girls told Brown, and Drama told her she didn't like me because I said I could take all their men.
She didn't say that.
I don't even talk like that. I didn't say I could take anybody's man. First and foremost, I don't want y'all niggas. Like, so... I know I didn't say that. Now, if you felt I could take your dude, then that's on you.
And then they didn't, something about lingerie, they didn't like the fact that she changed her outfit.
Oh, yeah, they were saying something about my lingerie being too sexy, basically. And that I kept changing outfits. But I was changing because I didn't know which one I was the most comfortable in. And I wanted pictures in all of them for my own personal reasons. But they had a problem with that. But I didn't think that should have been a problem because there was no guys there. Like,
But wait, no, there weren't no guys there. But Bernie was on FaceTime with her hubby, showing him all of us in our lingerie, talking about, yeah, me and my husband like to look too.
Yeah.
And I thought that was odd.
And putting it on
Live.
She put it on Facebook Live. And I was like, nobody I know knows her, so I don't care. But it's like,
because I typically don't post stuff like that.
Yeah, but I was like, it's weird. Like, even now, if you went on my Instagram, you're not going to see those pictures unless, no, they were on my close friends, so you're not going to see them. But, yeah, it was just drama after the trip. And I was like, just don't bring me around them girls no more, because clearly they had their own issues. And I tried to be cool with them. And for some reason, they just didn't want to like me. And not they. It was more so drama. The other girls, they follow me on Facebook and stuff. They watch my stories. They pretend to like me. Shit, they might even see this video if I promote it. But I'm not worried. So if you're watching this, I don't care. This is my story, and I'm here to tell it.
Sorry,
but
sorry.
sorry, not sorry. But yeah, it was definitely a trip I will never do again. My first big that was my second big like girls trip, but it was ridiculous, and the hate was real. But I know this was a lengthy story time, but you made it through. You got some tea. I don't know. You might even be able to do some research to find out who I'm talking about. But thank you for watching a video here with us. You met my beautiful cousin. And I guess I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.